way. Just double checking to make sure everything's going good through the recording. And beforehand, I will let everybody know I have tried very hard to work on the lag issue, so hopefully it's not too big of a deal by the time I go to do much of anything. But anyways, I wanted to start out a new stream, actually recording audio and video at the same time, see how everything goes. Doing this up to the run-up on Thursday of the new remake to Chrono Cross, a game that I enjoyed way back in the day, and all of these games now are going to be the same way. Starting with a game that I got back Christmas of '97. Those who don't know, Crash Bandicoot 2. Normally everybody's going through trying to smash all the boxes, but for the special colored gem in this first level, you actually have to make it through the entire level without destroying any of them, which gets a little tough at a point a little later on. That's also why you don't see me sliding in or spinning to kill any of the enemies, because their ricochets go off into the distance and could accidentally break boxes, screwing up your chance. Also not sure if I'm going to be trying for 100% on this at any point. Just right now playing it for fun, see how it goes. Here's the point where most people realize, okay, well, I'm gonna have to break something to get through here, except these little crates here. As long as you don't bounce them too many times, you can make it over without breaking it. Doesn't count, you can still get the gem. Did run through this a little bit at first to test the actual gameplay to see how well it would record, as I'm streaming straight from my Xbox onto Twitch. I know it's a little wonky at times, but I'm doing it, and as you can see, not breaking any boxes. We got the blue gem. Also means we'll have to run through a second time in order to try to break all of the boxes and get the clear gem. Not exactly the best place to hide a gem, but apparently Crash's pants have no pockets.
So, you are helping Cortex gather crystals, yet you have acquired a gem. Interesting. Well, Crash, know this. As long as you are allied with Cortex, you are my sworn enemy, and I will do anything in my power to stop you. If the fate of the world is truly your concern, you must gather the gems, not the crystals. If you obtain all 42 gems, I can use them to focus a laser. Yes, a laser beam that will destroy Cortex and the space station he has created. Until then, I must use my forces to stop you from gathering crystals.
All right. Seems as though we have someone that's also trying to gather the opposite of the crystals, which Cortex wants us to grab. And now to attempt to make it through this while breaking all of the boxes. Also, won't be trying to speed run this in any way. Not exactly an easy thing to do. That, and I'm doing these more just for the enjoyment and kind of reminiscing on the past. As I said, in the run-up to the remake of Chrono Cross coming out on Thursday. Usually on these, if you step on them, they just fall through. This one, you actually have to belly flop your way through. And unlike other bonus areas in this game, this one you can actually lose lives in, and it's one of the slightly more difficult when it comes to getting all the boxes. As for this section coming up here, and that is definitely not how you do that. And that's definitely not how you do it. What you're trying to do is get a good slide off of this ledge here and midair jump while you're still sliding in midair to get over to those boxes. Once again, not like that. Well, definitely not doing this for any pro game strats. And here's where it gets difficult. You have to, well, your goal is to get over to those birds, and you have to slide off of their backs and make another jump like we did to the two boxes up above in order to get to some of those. But you only have a short amount of time to do it before they lower their heads and then their bodies down, and it makes it impossible to get up there. And there's two birds that you have to do it to. And I just messed up the second one. And it's too high for you to bounce jump, so we'll have to lose a life and try it again. And I've just messed up the first one. Always heard there were other ways to get up there. I've not yet found a strategy aside from actually doing this the right way that works. And keep in mind, this is also just the first level. There we are. Now we finally got up there. Took a bit. And knowing my luck, I probably missed a box or two somewhere around here. These green exclamation boxes destroy all those nitro crates. And we're more than halfway through all the boxes for the level. These are the actual bonus levels. You don't lose a life if you fall into the pits here. It just takes you back to the beginning and you get to try it again. Thankfully, this is nowhere near as hard as it was with the birds. So we can breeze through it pretty quick. Sadly, Crash is not able to spin when underwater, so in order to get those, usually you have to jump and spin as you come out of the water. Now that we have 2 of the Aku Aku masks, hitting this will give us temporary invincibility. Makes it a little bit easier going down here and killing all those moles. And we're coming up on the end of the stage here, and looks like we've missed a box somewhere. Not sure where it is. And I went through all of the bonus areas that there were, and I was pretty sure I got them all through the level, which means there must have been one hiding somewhere. But for the sake of brevity, we will move on to the next level, Snow Go. While the podium on the side shows that there is a red gem here, you have to come from another level in order to get it. And it wouldn't be any kind of a platforming game without an ice section that nobody enjoys. Once again, be careful to avoid nitro crates. Unlike the TNT, you cannot jump on the nitro crates without taking damage. These TNT gives you a second or two, well, 3 actually, in order to get safely out of the way before they explode. This level is basically just a PETA nightmare. As you can see, the red gem is up there. I know that there is a way to get it without coming from a different level, but I'm not 100% sure what it is. And down here we have yet another bonus area. Once again, this one isn't all too difficult, still early on in the game. Doesn't have any real hidden tricks for getting all of the boxes. But not doing it that way, you risk missing out on the extra life there. So you fall down a pit anyways. And once again, all the boxes from that area. We're still a bit away from at least the halfway point of all the boxes in the level. With a little extra protection now. Back behind where you are when normally everybody would go forward is the nitro crate detonator. Gives us quite a bit more boxes here. Hoping we actually get all of them in this level this time. And here's the purple crystal for this level. The goal is to get the one of those for every level in the game, aside from the few secret levels that there are. These here mean that we have to find there's a silver exclamation box, which I just hit, which now makes those solid. Looks as though we're only missing 5 boxes coming up towards the end of the level here. That's all 5, and our clear gem for getting all the boxes. If we ever dissect this Bandicoot, we could be rich with how he hides gems and crystals in his intestines. On to the next level, Hang 8. It has a secret clear gem, which means we will have to make a run through this twice. One is, of course, for breaking all the boxes. The other one is for making it, I believe it's from the point where you get, I believe it's where you get the surfboard here all the way to the end in a certain amount of time, which, as you can see down at the bottom, it's already started counting. Pressing any one of Crash's attacks leads to a boost, which helps get you out. You want to also skip over the bonus area and all the checkpoint boxes. Of course. But thankfully, as long as you don't hit the checkpoint box in the middle there, you can continue to retry this to get it all the way to the end in the time limit. And not even your Aku Aku Mask can save you from going down the drain. As you also saw on our way through, one of the platforms was the blue gem that we got in the first level. That leads to a section where you can actually get more of the boxes. Without that, you wouldn't be able to get the box gem the first time through. It's a sliding jump to get over to those. Saves a little bit of the time, which you definitely need in order to get that second clear gem in this level. Playing this when I was younger, definitely had no idea about the second clear gem in this level. It was rather a bit of a surprise when I actually found out about it. Then again, at that point, I was just playing through the game to just beat it. I had no idea about getting all the boxes and everything because I played Crash 2 before I ever played the first one. There were quite a few games where I ended up playing sequels before I played any of the first ones. Looks like we're under 30 seconds to get to the end of the level. I believe this is the last section to go through. All you really need to do is just avoid the mines, hopefully hit the ramps the right way. And as we made it in time, we have our secret white or clear gem, which means we'll now have to go through breaking all the boxes, which, thanks to the blue gem that we got in the first level, makes it so much easier to do and actually makes it possible.
Crystals. Not bad. I see you are getting the hang of it. I need to conserve power. I will communicate with you again after you retrieve the 5th crystal.
And now that we're not focused on completing this in a certain amount of time, we can take our time, make sure we get all the jumps the right way, and gather up all the boxes. Hopefully try to get enough Wumpa Fruit to gain back some of the lives that I lost in the process of attempting to complete the second clear gem path. Have to be careful spinning that because of the TNT crate. These always remind me of the bonus levels from the first Crash Bandicoot game where his girlfriend Tawna was always at the end. And then second and third game, Tawna didn't exist anymore until they brought her back for Crash 4. Now off to the blue gem path. of course right into the water. And since gem paths are all part of the same level as if you were to go down any of the skull paths, which is another mechanic that they added into certain levels, you can lose lives here. And it brings you back to either the last checkpoint, or in this case, the bonus level that you finished works sort of like a checkpoint as well. Outline boxes, which means there will be a few exclamation crates to hit to refill all of those. Or at least one here. I'm having to make it back through. In order to hit all three, you usually have to boost off of the ramps. And there's the nitro detonator. And it brings us right back to where we were, so we can finish out the level trying to get the last few boxes. And we're only missing 7. And by my count, that should be all of them. Rather than check and ruin the surprise. There it is, box gem. Alright, next one is the pits. Just the box gem and the purple crystal for here. If I remember right, I believe this is the one that most people in the original have a hard time with because of the branching path. You have to go down one and then either back up the same one to go down the other one, which most people find easier because back in the day the camera was really tight on Crash. But I believe now with the Insane Trilogy remakes, which is what I'm playing, they've loosened up the camera on the way back, so it's not as much of a hassle to go back down and make it down the other side to get the rest of the boxes. Yep, and here's the split path. I believe the right side's the slightly easier of the two to go down. Clearing out all the enemies if you're planning on taking the same path back is very highly recommended. For reasons like that. And it looks like I should have went down the left path first because there was a steel crate to hit that would have filled those in. So we're going to do this the slightly more treacherous way, going back down the path we didn't go down before. Left path also has your purple crystal, which basically all you really need is the 25 of those in order to beat the game. In order to complete it, you should be getting all of the box gems, colored gems, and all of that as well. Armadillo came out of nowhere. And I knew that one was there. But thankfully making it back through this section, we won't have to come back down this way. We can head back down the right path, get those 2 boxes that were just outlines before, if I can actually make it down that way without hitting yet another armadillo. Almost got me again. Definitely a more arduous and time-consuming way to go about it this way, but it'll also ensure that we can get all of the boxes, hopefully. Well, it doesn't quite get back what we lost going down the left path the opposite direction, but it's a good start. I have no excuse for that one. And back to the armadillos we go. Alright, and if you collect 1-ups from crates and then die, the 1-up crates won't contain those anymore, they'll just contain more fruit. Alright, it looks like we're down to another pit full of moles. I don't think I've ever gotten killed by one of those moles, nor do I know anyone who has. These crates with the steel on them, you actually have to belly flop into in order to destroy them. Alright, because of those, we have to be careful how we bounce on these, because we are going to have to make it back through. That's why I usually go for the middle crate when jumping. This way it makes it easier. You can use the 2 to bounce it back up. Use crouching high jump to get those 2. And then as you've already bounced on these, when you go to bounce on them again, they will automatically break, so you'll just need to move quick, or you can miss them completely. But no lives lost, and now you can head back down into the bonus area to give it another shot. It's even in bonus areas, 1-up crates, after you break them and then fall, no longer have 1-ups in them. As you can call those pro game strats, you find a way to miss every single crate on your jump. I screwed myself over doing it like that, but at the same time, sometimes you don't. And we've got all the boxes from this area, which puts us 2 away from the clear gem. There's 1, and you can see just up ahead is our final one for the box gem in this level. And box gem for another level. And then the last level in this warp room is Crash Dash, which is the first level of its kind where you are running away from something, which also was difficult in the original because the camera being so tight on Crash made it rather difficult in order to get all the boxes. Those mines will not actually kill you, but they will slow you down, which will make sure that the boulder does its job. The electric gates, on the other hand, will end up killing you if you run into them. And now they start adding in nitro crates as if this run wasn't difficult enough as it was. And a bonus level. Let's try to get back some of those lives we've been losing. Safer with this to come on this side and hit it, because trying to make that jump through while the box is going around is an easy way to get crushed. You can safely go off screen while those are counting down, and it'll still add on to your box total. I do like how in the remakes now, the bouncy crates here, it's 5 bounces because it does 2 fruits per bounce. In the original it was 1 single fruit per bounce, which made bouncing on those for that section just to get the boxes a little time consuming, because you had to sit there and count off in your head the entire time. Now they've added in dash pads, which will help you get away from the boulder a little bit quicker, but at the same time it also makes it difficult to dodge whatever's coming in front of you. But in case you have to slow down and go back for a box like I had to there, the dash pads make it a little better getting down to the end before the boulder gets to you. Actually, I believe if the boulder destroys the crates, it still counts towards your total, even though Crash didn't do it. Yes, it does. Might be in our best interest to leave a few for the boulder to destroy, but... and box gem for that. With the exception of the first level and its single solitary box that I must have missed somewhere, and the red colored gem and Snow Go that you have to come in from another level, we've gotten all of the gems and crystals for this level, which will put us to our first boss. It used to be in the original game you would go up from here and partway between them would come your boss fight. But here it is, first boss, Ripperoo. I like to believe he just read in the dictionary what the definition of insanity is. It will bounce around, making different kinds of crates, but always leaves you a small, safe area to stand on. After doing both a TNT and a Nitro, he will knock himself out, which allows you to spin him and get in your first hit. Typical game bosses here, 3 hits and you beat him. Each phase getting a little tougher than the last. that, first boss is defeated. And it's our next set of 5 levels after a small cutscene.
I see that Ripperoo failed to prove much of a challenge yet again. But back to business. There are crystals to be gathered, 20 to be exact. The planets will align shortly, all 13 of them, and this will create a power great enough to rip the Earth apart. Properly utilized, however, the crystals can absorb and contain the energy.
Crash, is that you? I've been looking everywhere. I don't have much time to tell you this. You have to be careful. Trusting Cortex seems a little unwise, Crash. I can't keep the data path open much longer. Crash, you need to find...
And before ending the stream for today, as cruel as it is, jumping on this polar bear a set amount of times actually rewards you with quite a few lives. Not exactly ethical, but it's a one-time thing. And I just loaded. Alright. Well, I'm going to end the stream now. Hope you guys enjoyed the first into a look of nostalgic games that I used to play. And I'm going to get back to where I was before tomorrow's stream. So, thank you all for watching.